So today, guys, we'll start with some small configurations. Say, let me take a switch. If you have a switch and if you have a computer, say, let me take a computer. So guys, suppose that you have a switch here and a system here. You can see, let me connect it. If I connect it, you can see this is orange color, right? Okay, it is because the switch interface is passing through some states. I told you that it has multiple states and all. Say, what are the states? Blocking state. Yes, listening.
Blocking, listening,
Learning.
forwarding, and disabled state.
Disabled. Okay, so you need to study that. Okay, so if you go there or if you just take it, it's still yellow or orange, amber color. So it will take, yes, now only it has become up. It will take some time to become forwarding state. Okay, it may take 30 seconds or something to become forwarding state. So why? Because they are running, they'll be running spanning tree. They'll be sending certain BPDUs, so stuff and also they'll be sending something. And if at all they didn't find another switch or say like if they don't have any block ports, they will be, or this, suppose, let me tell you. So this link has come up. Why? Because so only we have a single switch here. So this is the root switch. So for the information, say whatever information the root switch is sending, it needs to reach this link. Okay, so this is the designated port here. That is why it has become to forwarding state. Clear, guys?
Designated port means it's a specific link.
Designated port means the link or it is the port through which you can send the information to a particular link or LAN segment.
Okay, if in case some other link will be there, so some other another PC is sent to that link, so then that link will become designated port.
Yes, this interface will become designated port.
So any interface we call it as a designated port.
Yeah, all the interface of a root switch is a designated port. Okay, if you take the case of a root switch, all the interface of a root switch will be in designated port. Yeah. Now, so now I told you root port and designated ports will be moved to forwarding state, but still it will take some time. It needs to go through all those process. So listening state, learning state, and then only it will come to forwarding state. But let me just ask you, is there any any use to run the spanning tree topology here? Say it needs to say why we are running at that means in order to find the redundant path or multiple path. Okay, if you have multiple paths from one switch to another switch, there is a chance of loop occurrence. But in this case, we are not connecting a switch. In this case, we are connecting an end device here. So the probability or the chance of loop is 0, right? So it doesn't have to go to, or it doesn't need to go to listening state, learning state, and so on. If when you connect it at the same instant, it can become forwarding state. Okay, so there is a configuration called port fast. Configuration is called port fast. And this configuration will be done to those interfaces which are connected to the end devices. Okay, so that it will directly move to the forwarding state. Okay, whenever you connect it, it will directly move into the forwarding state, bypassing the middle states. Clear? So let me just go to the router. So just a moment, guys. Yeah, we have. Let me delete it. Okay, so can go to the switch and suppose this is which is the interface here, FA0/1. Okay, say if I want to configure the port fast, I have the command. I'll go to that interface, particular interface FA0/1. I'll go there and we'll give spanning-tree port fast. This is the command, spanning-tree port fast. If I give this, okay, again, I'll have to make this. Say, let me close this thing, magnify. Hope you can read it, right? At the back, let me just make it bigger then. Difference font 20. Yeah, I'll make this. Let's be 20 now. It's okay. Okay. So you can see here, I've configured the port fast. So some messages are coming, right? Say warning. Port fast should only be enabled to ports connected to a single host. I've told you the port fast will be enabled to, so those interfaces which are connected to end device or a host. And now connecting hub, concentrators, switches, bridges, etc. to this interface when the port fast is enabled can cause temporary bridging loops. That means if at all you are using hub or switch or bridge, whatever it is, to a port fast enabled interface, there is a chance of loop here. Clear? Or temporary loops can occur. So use with caution. And it says port fast have been configured on FA0/1, but only will, okay, non-trunking mode, we'll come to that later. Okay, so just understand that port fast, spanning FN tree, port fast. So when you, if you enable the port fast, it will directly become to forwarding state. Okay, say suppose, say, let me just connect another computer here and to another interface. Suppose that is F0/2. Okay, if you check F0/2, if you check, say the command is do show spanning tree. When you check it, okay, just a minute, guys. Oh, it may take some time there. Okay, say if you check that, say in FA0/2, maybe if you can see the orange. Okay, sometimes only after some time it will turn green. Okay, it means after some time only it will become forwarding state. I was about to show you, then that time that error occurred. And yeah, say the command is do show span, but now it has come up. Let me again reconnect it. Say where is the delete? Yes, if you connect it again, okay, and take the switch, do show span, you can see FA0/2, it's still in the listening state only. Okay, it will complete the listening state, then come to learning state, then only will become forwarding state. Okay, but in FA0/1, I have enabled port fast.
So initially in which state, sir?
Initially will be in the blocking state.
Blocking state.
Yes. So now let me tell you why, because say again, okay, initially the thing is that it is not in the blocking state really. Let me tell you, it will be down bar down. It will be down bar down. When you connect it, the first thing it is going to happen is the listening state, then the learning state, then the forwarding state.
Listening state, then
learning state, then forwarding state.
So when port fast all these three, learning, listening, and forwarding.
No, port fast, it will directly come to the forwarding state. Okay, and let me tell you, yes, we can check it here, guys. If I connect the computer and the switch here, and if you go to the switch, just now only I have connected. Okay, yes, you can see FA0/1. So this is where the port fast is enabled. So you can see it has automatically become or directly become to forwarding state. It hasn't taken any time there. Okay, so that is the port fast configuration. It will directly make the interface to go to forwarding state because it knows there are no switches connected. There are no chances that spanning tree needs to be run there. So it can avoid listening and learning state, and it can directly come to forwarding state. Clear?
Sending some files.
Forwarding means user defined frames will be forwarded. Okay. Yesterday we have drawn that converge state figure, right? So second time I have drawn that converge state figure. After becoming converge state, say they will be passing the user defined frames. Say after becoming the forwarding state, they will be passing the user defined frames. Clear? Now, so that is port fast. And let me tell you about one more configuration. And you have a show command also. So spanning tree, it's not relevant now. Let me take another command. Interface FA0/1. That's also not relevant. Summary VLAN 1 active detail. Root port, designated port, transition to forwarding state and priority. Okay, that's also not relevant here. Alternate forwarding, designated forwarding, that is something else. Okay. So just understand that you have some commands. Maybe I'll show you later. Okay. Now let me come to next one now. BPDU Guard. BPDU Guard. Okay, it's fun. You're here, right? Or have gone somewhere else. So you guys had a jagada kind of thing. Okay, don't want to go into that. So guys, yeah. So let me tell you. So suppose this is switch 1. Okay, now suppose FA0/1. Okay, here we had connected a computer here. Okay, so it is connected to end device. Suppose our Thiru is sitting here. Our Thiru is sitting here. And what Thiru can do is he can replace this one, this computer. He can just remove this computer. Okay, where is it? He can remove that computer. Let the wire be here itself. He can remove the computer. And instead of the computer, he can place his own switch. His switch, he can place it. Thiru switch, he can place. And he can configure the priority. Okay, so suppose the priority is 32,768. Okay, and say Thiru has configured. So Thiru is not the network engineer. Suppose Thiru is somebody like a hacker or kind of thing. Okay, or kind of somebody. So Thiru, what Thiru can do is he can say keep a switch here and he can configure the priority as 0. Then what will happen? So this will become the root switch, right? This will become the root switch. And all the network or all the link will align accordingly. So whatever our configuration, so as a network engineer, whatever I have did in my say environment, it will be gone. Okay, so that shouldn't happen. Okay, if at all, say suppose if this switch is connected, if that switch is configured with say priority 0, it will send a BPDU. It will send a BPDU. So if you configure the BPDU guard, the BPDU guard is usually configured in those interfaces which are connected to end devices. Okay, so if you configure the BPDU guard, it will guard the interface from receiving the BPDUs. Okay, so it is just connected to the computer or just connected. This interface is just connected to the end device. So we shouldn't receive any BPDUs there. Okay, if at all it receives any BPDU, the interface should be made error disabled or error disabled. That is what BPDU guard does. So it will guard the interface from receiving any BPDUs to that interface. If at all the BPDU is received, it will move to error disabled state. Clear? Okay. So now, yes. Yeah. So whichever ports we have end devices configured or end devices connected, you will use there only. Okay. Why? Because end devices, they are not going to send any BPDU. So they shouldn't be sending the BPDU. Okay, that's the thing. Okay. So let me just tell you. Suppose say FA0/1 is where Thiru is sitting. Okay. Now let me just go and enable the BPDU guard first in the switch. Okay. To enable the BPDU guard, again, I'll be going to that specific interface. Config T or off. Oh God. Okay. Say this specific configure terminal and interface FA0/1. I'll go into interface and we'll be specifying spanning-tree BPDU guard enable. This is the command to enable the BPDU guard. Okay. So now that I have enabled the BPDU guard, okay. So what will you do? You'll go to the interface and type spanning-tree BPDU guard enable. Okay. If you enable the BPDU guard, suppose now the interface is up. If you see, show spanning-tree. Okay. So now the interface is up and is in forwarding state. Okay. Suppose that I'm disconnecting this.
So main function of BPDU guard is what?
Yeah, that's what I'm showing. Okay. So okay, let me just show it to you how is this working. Okay. So if at all, so in order to check whether it is working, we'll have to keep a switch there. Then only we can test it. Say suppose I'm keeping a switch there. Okay. And I can connect that switch to this F0/1. Okay. You can see here, the link has come up. Now it has come up and now you can see some errors. Okay. So when the link comes up, the new switch will send the BPDUs. Okay. So when the link has come up here, you can see spanning tree block BPDU card. Some message has been received. Received BPDU on port FA0/1 with BPDU guard enabled. So they are disabling the port. Okay, I told you that it shouldn't be, or that interface should not receive the BPDU. If at all it is receiving the BPDU, the port or the interface should go down. Okay, so they will disable the port. Okay, now you can see here BPDU guard error detected on 0/1, putting the 0/1 in error disabled state. Okay, now it has gone down. It has changed to administratively down now. Okay, so if you go to the switch again and execute the command, something like show spanning tree summary. Okay, it's not. Yes, you can see. Nope, that is something else. Default configuration. Okay, so spanning tree, not inconsistent ports, will not get it. Okay. Summary winner. Okay, or you can take this command as well. So spanning tree. Okay, so now earlier you can see FA0/1. Now you cannot see FA0/1. Only FA0/2 is in forwarding state. Okay, now this interface has gone to error disabled state. Okay, if you want to make this interface come back, what you will have to go do is that you will have to go inside that interface. Interface FA0/1. You have to manually make it down. Then you need to give no shut again. Okay, now that it will come up, but again the problem is that again it will go down because I have still connected the switch there. Okay, so again when you make it up, the switch will send BPDU and it will get blocked again. Getting it, guys? So this is the BPDU guard configuration.
So
Yes.
So is this happening because of that new switch or?
Yes, new switch has been connected there. So then only they will send the BPDU guard, right? Only if a switch is connected only, then it will be sending the BPDU guard. Sorry, BPDUs, not the BPDU guard, BPDUs.
But this error message is given by that old device, right, sir?
Yeah, it's an error message. Why? Because we are doing the configuration in the old switch only.
Got it, sir.
Clear? So that is what BPDU guard is. Now let me teach you about one more topic. So these are security related topic. So usually I used to teach at the last. Okay, but I thought maybe we are discussing switching, so better to go it now itself. Okay, so now we'll discuss about one more topic here. Yes, port security. And how did you guess that? Yeah, already said. Okay, port security. Port security. Yeah, so let me just tell you guys what is port security. Suppose you have a switch here. Okay, and you have a machine here. Where is the machine? Suppose I'm connecting. Suppose this is the topology here. Okay, switch. And you have computers here. Suppose this F0/1, F0/2, F0/3. Okay, you are working in a company. Okay, suppose this having an IP 10.0.0.1/24. This is .2, this is .3, whatever it is. Okay, so now let me just tell you. Say, suppose this is where Thiru is sitting. Okay, now again, Thiru is the employee here. He is working. So now let me tell you that Thiru in his home. So suppose one new film has released, whatever JBeam or whatever it has released. So Thiru has not got an internet connection in his home. So what he will do? He can download the movie, right? So but still this computer, say for that computer it will be blocked. So you will be blocking everything. So whatever sites is there, it will be blocked. So what Thiru is going to do is Thiru will bring his laptop. Suppose Thiru has bought his laptop along with him. Okay, say Thiru has bought a laptop. Okay, and this is his laptop. And suppose Thiru has got a small switch or a hub, whatever it is. Okay, he has got a small hub or a small connector, whatever it is, he can connect it. And he can use his laptop. Okay, so when he connects it, he can gain an IP address from IP address, or he knows the IP address here, IP address range. So he can give an IP here 10.0.0.10. He's giving himself 10.0.0.10 /24. Now he can connect to internet and download it, right? So let me tell you, say there is one method called port security through which we can say prevent this from happening. Thiru will not be able to connect his laptop. Okay, let me tell you how. Okay, say Suppose this switch is connected like this. Okay. In this case, so you guys know the switch will be having a table called MAC address table, or it is also called, what is it? What's the second name for that, or the other name for that? MAC address table or?
Table.
Sorry? Didn't hear you properly.
CAM.
Yes, definitely. So that's CAM table. Okay, CAM table. I've taught you that MAC address table or CAM table. And whenever somebody is sending a frame, say the frame incoming frames source MAC address will be stored in the CAM table. Suppose this is machine 1. Say suppose machine 1 is sending something to machine 3. Okay, so he is sending something. So the source MAC is 1, MAC 1. So MAC 1 will be there in FA0/1. That's what the switch will store it. Okay. And now if you enable the port security, the switch will allow only one MAC address to sit in one interface. Getting it? He will allow only one MAC address to sit in one interface. If at all a new machine is gonna ping to this device, okay, he will detect it. Say suppose he sends a frame. Okay, when he sends a frame, he needs to update the source MAC, but the switch will check it and it knows that already somebody else is sitting in F0/1. So he shouldn't allow it. Getting it? So the port security will make that interface down. Shall we check it, guys? So now, say suppose this is the legitimate machine here. Okay, this is the legitimate machine here, and this is the, say, let me take laptop itself. Laptop. This is Thiru's laptop, and you have another machine also here. And let this legitimate machine have an IP address of 10.0.0.1. Okay, /8, whatever it is, or 24. Let me make it 24 because I've given in figure it's 24 only, /24. 255.255.255.0. Okay. And suppose this is machine 3. So let me give an IP of 10.0.0.3. Okay. The mask is 255.255.255.0. Okay. And suppose Thiru has given an IP address like this, 10.0.0.10. 10. Okay. Now mask is /25. Sorry, 24. So 255.255.255.0. Okay. Now suppose, as I told you, say we have Thiru here. Okay. And Thiru is connecting that using, where is it? You got a hub somewhere. Yeah, this is the hub. Let him connect using a hub. Okay. So let him connect like this. Okay. Now let us see if the original machine is pinging or not. Okay. So let us ping 10.0.0.3. We'll ping it. Okay. So we'll see whether original machine is pinging or not. It's not pinging. What happened really? Sorry guys, just a minute. Yeah, now it's pinging. Why? Because that will have taken some time. I told you that it will go some steps, right? Then only it will come up. Now that you can see it is pinging. So machine 1, say this is machine 1, is able to ping machine 3. No problem, no issues. Okay. So if you go and check, in switch, you can see. So the command is do show MAC space address hyphen table. Address hyphen table, or show MAC space address hyphen table is a command to view the CAM table address. Okay. If you check here, yes, let me ping it again, guys. Okay. You can see the MAC address is getting filled. You have one person sitting in F0/2 and you have one person sitting in F0/1. Okay. So F0/1 is where Thiru is sitting. You can see F0/1 is where Thiru is sitting. Okay. Suppose if I use or if I configure the port security. Okay. So let me tell you how to secure or how to configure the port security. So I'll go to that interface FA0/1. Okay. Then we'll type a command switch port mode access. Okay, we'll study about this little later. Okay, just understand that I have given some command. Switch port mode access. Then we'll give switch port, or sorry, switch port -security. This is the command to enable the port security. Clear? Okay, if I give switch port security, then if I try to ping from the laptop, say suppose now we'll check whether this guy is working or not. So the original machine is working now. Ping 10.0.0.3 is working now. Okay, and you can see green colors as well. Okay, so if you check, say do show span, F0/1 is working. So it's in the forwarding state. Okay, now let me try to connect, or let Thiru connect to his laptop and let him try to access the internet or whichever file it is. Okay, so he's gonna ping 10.0.0.3. Say if when I gonna ping it, you can see here, it will suddenly, the color will change to red. You can see it. Okay, suddenly it has changed. When you take the switch, you can see, yes, it has moved to down.
So how will it select which one?
Regarding
Whether the system on the laptop? How will you?
that we'll select. Well, we'll tell later. Okay, we'll come to that.
It's based on IP address.
We'll tell that later. Okay. Now the interface has gone down, right? Okay. So now it has gone down, and you have a command to check. So port security is the first command. We check here. You can see port security is configured in F0/1, and F0/1, you can say violation has occurred. Violation means, I told you, by default, port security will allow only one MAC address per interface. In one interface, it will allow only one machine to sit.
Like this.
Yes.
Here we have multiple interfaces for this switch.
Mm.
For each and every interface, there will be only one MAC address.
Only one MAC address is allowed to connect.
One MAC address is nothing but some, for example, that laptop.
Yes, this laptop. Okay. If you configure the port security. Okay. If you don't configure the port security, it will allow multiple guys, multiple machines. Okay. If you configure the port security, it will allow only one MAC address or one computer to be present in, say, one interface. Getting it? Okay. If at all two computers are kept and the second computer is trying to communicate, so that is where the violation is. That is what the violation. Okay. So that is what the violation has violation is. And now you can see violation has occurred. Okay. Now, when violation occurs, I told you the interface will be made in shutdown, or the interface will be made down. If at all you need to make the interface up, you'll have to go to interface FA0/1. You'll have to manually make it down, shut down. Okay. Again, you have to give no shutdown. Now that when you see do show span, so now that it is coming up, it is in listening state now, then it will become in learning state, then it will become forwarding state. Okay. So after some time, it will become forwarding state. Say, and then if Thiru is trying to communicate from the genuine machine, let's see what happens. Okay, it takes some time. As I told you, it will take some time, guys. Yes. Now it has come to the forwarding state. It is the genuine machine is able to communicate. Okay. Now, and again, let me tell you, what if laptop is communicating? Again, it will go down. Again, the violation has occurred. So again, it will go down. So Thiru has tried to say, suppose. Yeah. Yes, guys. Sorry, Ganesh. Again, yeah.
Will the count get increased after this, sir?
We can check it. It will not get increased. We'll check it. Okay. Again, do show port security is the command. Again, the violation count is 1 only. Okay. And it has gone to, and it is down. Yes. The problem is that for whenever Thiru is trying to say connect from his laptop, okay, the interface will go down. Clear? Every time when, say, suppose Thiru is trying for every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, Thiru is trying to get connected to the internet. So every time the network admin will have to make the interface down and again make the interface up. So that is really a hard thing to do. Okay. But we still have some ways to make it work automatically. We'll not talk about it. Maybe we can talk about it later. Okay. Say now what we need to do here is that, or in order to avoid that, okay, say we have three modes, three violation mode is there. Okay, so the first violation mode is called, so just a moment guys, shutdown. You know that whenever somebody else is trying to communicate, so the interface will move down. Okay, and we have another show command here as well. Let me just take that too. So spanning tree, sorry, not show port security. Port security interface FA0/1. You can see here port security is enabled. Okay, it is in secure shutdown state. It is shut down. Now it is down. Okay, if it was up, then it would have shown secure up. Okay, now secure shutdown. And violation mode is shutdown. If at all a violation happens, the interface should go to shutdown. And say you can see here maximum MAC address allowed is 1. I told you, but in each interface only one MAC address is allowed. So maximum MAC address allowed is 1. Okay, and security count as one time it has happened. Okay, now let me tell you.
We can customize it.
We can customize it. So the first violation mode is shutdown, and the second violation mode is protect, and the third violation mode is restrict. Yeah, 3 violation mode. First is shutdown, which will make the interface go down, and the protect, second one is protect. What it will do is it will protect the existing machine. Which is the genuine machine, it will protect the genuine machine. Clear? So it will protect the genuine machine. It will not make the interface down, but it will protect the genuine machine. At the same time, it will not allow the new machine to communicate. Clear? Okay. So in order to, and protect is that one. And restrict. Restrict means it is protect itself. Protect plus it will keep the count, violation count. How many violation has occurred? Clear guys? So protect mode itself, but the count will be kept. That is called restrict mode. Shall we check it? So by default, it is shutdown mode. If you want to change it, you have the command. Restrict means the protect itself. It will protect the older machine. While yes, plus count means how many times it has tried to violate it. Okay. So now let me tell you, in order to change that mode, you will go to the interface. Interface, say FA0/1. Okay, then you will mention port security, sorry, switch port security. Okay, then you will mention violation. You have violation, 3 modes is there. One is protect mode, restrict mode, and shutdown mode. And now let me give you protect. Okay, but again, the interface is still down, right? I didn't make the interface up. Interface is still down. So let me make the interface up here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll shut down the interface and I'll give no shutdown. Now the interface is changed to up. Okay, and if at all, if I'm trying to connect it, say it will take some time to come up, right? The spanning tree. Okay, so it will take some, say 30 seconds and all to come up to the forwarding state. Then only you'll get the ping. It will take some time, guys. Yeah, now it has come up. So if you ping it now the legitimate device is able to ping it. The original device, the company machine is able to ping the other machine. But what if Thiru is trying to ping it, say from his laptop? Thiru's laptop is not able to ping, shows request timed out. But the original machine, if you check it, he is able to ping. Getting it, guys? Yeah, we changed the mode. We changed the mode to restrict mode here. Sorry, not restrict. We changed the mode to protect. By default, it is shut down. That is why it is going down. Now that we have changed the mode to protect, so it will protect the existing machine. Okay, so whichever machine it is existing, they will protect it. They will not make the interface down, they'll protect it. So now that you have got communication. Clear? Okay. And again, say if you take the command here, do show port security in fast internet 0/1 is the command. Okay, interface fast internet 0/1. Okay, if you take here, so port security is enabled and the port is secure up and the violation is protect. Violation mode is protect. Okay, and again here maximum MAC address is only 1 and violation count is 0. It will not track the violation count. Protect will not track the violation count. So that is why we are going to use restrict. So in order to use the restrict, you will give the command switch port security violation restrict. Okay. If you give restrict and if you try to ping from the legitimate device or the original device, you are able to ping. Okay. But what if you try to ping from the other laptop or Thiru's laptop? Thiru's laptop will not get the connection. Okay. Now again, let me tell you, when you check this command, do show port security interface FA0/1, you can see it is in restrict mode and you can see the violation count is 3. So it will track the violations. Clear? So this is what violation mode is, but still we have some more thing. Okay. Now, okay, say the principle with the port security is that, let me tell you the principle. If at all, say the thing is that I told you, I told the existing machine will be able to ping. Okay. So now let me tell you, say suppose we are turning off all the devices. And again turning it back on. The principle is that, or Thiru asked me a doubt. Okay. Say, how will the switch identify whether it's a legitimate device or not? It doesn't identify the legitimate device. The switch doesn't know which device it is. Say which is or this is the company laptop. This is the company laptop, or this Thiru's personal laptop. It doesn't know. Whichever it's pinging first will be stored in the camp table. Getting it? So usually the thing is that this company machine will always be there and it will be always communicating. So those value will already be in the camp table. Getting it? And that is why so one value exists in the camp table with respect to that interface F0/1. And that is why this guy is not able to ping. Clear? Now, what if you could ask again a question? What if this machine is trying to communicate first? He will be able to ping. 100% sure he will be able to ping. Okay. And the legitimate device will not be able to ping. There was a problem like that. Then they came up with something called, you can mention it. You can mention the MAC address of the legitimate device. Okay. Then answer to Thiru's question has been answered now. So let me tell you, you can mention this is the real device. So it needs to be there in the camp table. You can mention the MAC address. Clear, guys? So let me tell you how to mention the MAC address. Okay. So let me just go to the switch. Okay. If you take, say, okay. If you want to mention the MAC address, you will be going inside the interface FA0/1, that interface itself. Okay. And again, let me tell you, let me take the MAC address here. Command prompt. If you want to get the MAC address, you have command called ipconfig /r. Okay. Now you can see this is the MAC address of the legitimate device. Okay. And you can go in FA0/1 or switch 1. You can mention something like this: switch port security. And you can mention MAC space address. Okay. Or MAC hyphen address. And you can paste the MAC address. Found duplicate MAC address because it already exists there. That is why it is showing found duplicate MAC address. Say, suppose, let me clear it. Clear MAC space address hyphen table. Okay. So now if I take show MAC space address hyphen table, you don't have any values here. Okay. And if I go to interface FA0/1. Okay. Found duplicate MAC address. So let me just disconnect it again and connect it back. Yeah, MAC space address hyphen table. MAC address table exists. There exists MAC address. Okay. Suppose Suppose, let me just delete it for now. Let me just give, yes. So guys, now you can check the MAC address here. Say command prompt and IP config space /on. Okay, so if you check here, you'll get the MAC address and you can copy it and you can say, let me connect this as well. FA0/1. Okay, so now if I go and connect it, and you can go and specify, say switch port security, MAC -address, you can paste it. Okay, now that you have pasted the MAC address. So now the thing is that even if this laptop is trying to communicate, if that laptop is the first machine who is communicating, it will not work. Say if at all, only if this machine is sending the frame, it will work. Shall we check it? Okay, first let me ping from here. Yes, guys. Okay, will it happen? No, the communication will not happen. Okay, but if you ping from here, sorry, it's not this one, this ping 10.0.0. say 3. This communication happened. Clear, guys? Because you have mentioned the MAC address needs to be, so in FA0/1 you have mentioned the MAC address, this one, so it will work only when this MAC address sends a frame or that machine sends a frame.
Like this.
Yeah, shut down by default. Say it will be shut down. If it is shut down, means if the other laptop is trying to communicate, it will go down. Okay, now it has not got down with because we have given the restrict command, restrict violation mode. Okay, guys, clear? And again, let me tell you some more thing. So this MAC address will be there in the, say, whatever configuration you do, this will be there in the, or these configuration will be in the running configuration. This would reflect in the running configuration. Say suppose do show run. Okay, so you can see it will reflect in the running configuration. Switch port security, MAC space address. Okay, so what is the advantage here? So if you mention it like this, you can save it. You can save the configurations. Okay, if you save the configurations, okay, say I might have taught you, if you save the configurations, that configuration is called, what is it called? What is it called, guys? Come on, I've taught you. You have running configuration and one more thing.
NVRAM, sir.
Yes, you have something in the NVRAM, but what is it? You have the saved configuration will be saved in the NVRAM. And what is it called? What is it called? Thiru, Ganesh.
Yes, sir.
Guys, it is called startup configuration. Have you heard of it?
Yes, sir.
Startup configuration. Okay. It is not that you should be telling yes. You should be telling the answer and I should be telling yes. Okay. So guys, if you don't study, okay, leave it. So now you got running configuration. So when you save this, it will be saved to the NVRAM and you have startup. What is it called? Startup configuration. Okay. And whenever you save it, so, and whenever you reload the router or whenever the router is turned off and turned on, by default, the startup configuration is loaded. That means even though the router has turned off and on, after that, even that itself, I mean, even that reboot procedure also, if the laptop is trying to communicate as the first machine, it will not be able to communicate. Clear? Paka? Now, suppose.
Sir, could you please repeat that again, sir?
Yeah, sure. No problem. That means, let me tell you, say, now that we have mentioned the MAC address, okay, manually we have mentioned the MAC address. So this MAC address will be there in the running configuration. It will be there in the RAM. whatever you do, whichever configuration you do, it will be in the running configuration and will be stored in the RAM. Okay. But the problem is that whenever the power goes, the value is
It
configured.
will all disappear, sir. Yes.
Yes, will not be there. Okay. So you have to save it. Where will you save it? You will save it to NVRAM. The configuration can be saved to NVRAM. And that, yes, and that configuration is called startup configuration. And whenever you try to reload the router, okay, this startup configuration is loaded. The saved configuration is loaded. So, no, the flash, it consists of iOS. Flash consists of iOS. Okay, so NVRAM is where startup configuration is. And when you reload the router, or in case, say, if the power is gone, still the values will be there in the startup configuration. So this configuration will be loaded to the router by default. So you will get back all the previous configurations. Getting it? So if this machine, I told you, if this machine is trying to communicate as the first machine itself, okay, it is already there in the, because the startup configuration consists of these values. Okay, it is already loaded in the RAM when it is powered on. Okay, so this machine will not be able to communicate. Clear? Whoever who has asked that out, is it clear?
Is this the one what we give as a no in while starting the device?
No, I didn't get your question, Ganesh. Can you be?
So once we get into any device, we'll be asked one question, right, sir?
Yes.
Configuration storing. So we'll be giving no in that place. So at that time, it will not be stored in that NVRAM, right, sir?
Yeah, I mean, only if the NVRAM doesn't have any values. Or say, if you're trying to configure the router for the first time, at that time, it doesn't have any saved configuration. Or else you can skip the configuration if you go for the configuration register value 0x2 and 42. So if both these things are there, then it will skip. Either it will skip or it will not have any value saved there. Then it will show yes or no. That is what you have asked there. Okay, Ganesh?
Is this similar to that one, sir?
Nope, that is not similar to this one.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I hope the previous doubt was clarified, and I hope it was Chaitanya who was asked, right? Chaitanya?
No, not me, sir.
Not you. Okay. Then Nitin, we got say Govind, and Sami is Govind only, right? Yes. Yeah, and yeah, Nitin. So is it okay, Nitin?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That okay doesn't have enough energy.
Yes, sir. It's okay, sir. I understood.
Okay. Okay, guys. Say coming back, guys. So what we were discussing. Yeah. Now let me tell you. Say suppose you have 1,000 machines in your company. You got 1,000 machines in your company. Okay. So specifying or say taking the MAC address of each device, then noting it down and specifying is like very hard thing to do, right? It's like really a mini. So let me tell you, you have an easy method. You have an easy method. So whenever suppose you are going to implement something in the company, or suppose you are working in the startup company, or you will be doing the implementation part there. So you will be buying computers, say you will be installing those in the OS, those kind of things and all, right? So at that time, when you install it, you can configure in the switch also. You can configure in the switch also that whenever this machine, some machine is trying. So at that time, during the implementation time, you got only the genuine devices. So nobody is going to come with their laptop and nobody is going to try to say get into the access. No kind of things will be there. Okay, probably no kinds of things will be there. Say if you are doing like that, or at the time of say implementation, you can configure switch in such a way that whichever machine is trying to communicate, that MAC address can be stored in the running configuration automatically. Getting it? So those MAC address will be stored to the running configuration automatically, or those MAC address can be stick to the running configuration automatically. We don't have to mention it manually, but it will be sticked automatically.
We don't have to ping some directly once we connect.
No, yeah. Sometimes it will. The computer will send automatically some messages. It's not necessary that we need to ping. Sometimes the computer will send its own messages. Okay, so at that time the MAC address will be there. So if at all they are sending some messages, automatically this MAC address should be saved in the running configuration. Getting it, guys? And that configuration is called sticky configuration. What is it called? Sticky. So let me just tell you about sticky. Say switch port, port security, MAC space address, sticky. If you give such a configuration, whichever machine is trying to communicate, it will stick its configuration or it will stick its MAC address to the running configuration. You don't have to mention it manually. Clear? Okay. So let me check. Okay, let me just, if you take the running configuration, do show run here at now. Okay. Already there will be a MAC address because this MAC address I have manually mentioned it. Okay, let me just remove this one. And then I can show you this 8CB6 will automatically get stick to the running configuration. Let us see. Okay, so let me just give no here. No. Now if you take do show switch, run, you can see that MAC address is gone now. That MAC address is gone. And we got a sticky and also sticky MAC address also is there. Okay, that's it. So I have given this sticky there. That's why it's showing this sticky. Okay, and it has not got any MAC address also. Okay, let me try to ping it from the genuine device. It is pinging. Okay, and let me just go to the running configuration. So run. We can see here it has automatically stick the MAC address 8CB6. I didn't mention it. It has automatically stick this MAC address to the running configuration. Now you can save it. If you save it means it will be there in the NVRAM. It will be saved as the startup configuration. So when the router is restarted, the startup configuration is loaded. It means this configuration is retained there. Clear, guys? So that is what it is.
Ping from laptop also. Same thing.
Yeah. Now, if you ping from laptop, what will happen, guys? By default, I told you only one MAC address will be there. Okay. So the MAC address will not be able to ping. That laptop will not be able to ping.
In sticky, we can.
Sticky means sticky will say stick the MAC address of the device to the running configuration. Okay. Whoever is pinging first, okay, it will stick its MAC address in the running configuration. That's what sticky is.
But while using some systems, how can only there are only two systems here.
Yeah.
But if we are using lot of systems.
Lot of systems means in each interface we will connect one system only. Okay. Then it will. And now let me again tell you. So Thiru has asked a genuine doubt here. What if you need to? So I told you in each interface only one machine is allowed. Per interface, only one machine is allowed. What if there is a general requirement? What if, say, Thiru has, say for work purpose only. Okay, Thiru needs to connect his laptop and access internet or whatever work he want to do, he needs to do it. Okay, so there we have something called, you can configure the maximum ports, maximum MAC address. So if you configure, say, interface FA0/1, and then you mention switch port, say port security maximum, can specify up to 132 maximum values or maximum, say, machines. Say if you mention two machines will be allowed. Okay, say suppose now that you will be able to ping from the laptop. So now laptop, he is pinging from the laptop and the laptop is also pinging. And you can see the laptop MAC address will get sticked here. So MAC space address table. Sorry, not MAC space, show running -config. So you can see the laptop MAC address is also stick to the running configuration. Okay, so you can set the maximum number of machines also if you want. Say that depends upon. So if you have a say Thiru is the employee here. Okay, so if Thiru wants to connect his laptop, he needs to get the manager's permission. Then the manager will be sending a mail to the respective network engineer. Say we got an employee called Thiru and he is sitting here. say his desk number or his laptop number is this one, or his desktop number is this one. So he has to connect a laptop also. So you need to give a permission to connect one more machine. Then what the network engineer do is that network engineer will say configure maximum port as 2. Then Thiru will be able to communicate with his laptop also. Clear? So that is what port security is. Now, so the port security concept is over. Shall we take a 5 minutes break? Yes. So we'll get back we'll start the class by 12. Let me take 6 minutes break. So we'll start by 12:20 p.m.
Sir, can you show that?
Which one? The commands.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute.
Okay, sir.
Sir, is there a separate course called CCNA security or?
No, everything is together now. The older syllabus was having something like that. CCNA R&S, CCNA security. So for CCNA itself, they have different branches. But now everything has been grouped together and put as a single CCNA.
So for how about CCNP, sir?
No, CCNA. CCNA.
No, I'm asking CCNP.
CCNP, you have different branches. CCNP, you have enterprise, say security, say data center, I think. Okay, so I think I've shared you that. What do you say? I think that first class I've already told you that, right? Courses, and you have data center, collaboration, service provider, security, enterprise. You have this much options for NP.
NP, can you zoom it, sir?
Sorry?
Can you zoom it? Actually, I didn't get that.
Yeah, just a moment. Can you see it now?
Yes, yes.
Which
Thank you.
language is like most related to networking?
Python is used nowadays. Python is very trending. You can go with Python. Python scripting is very trending. It's very easy as well. If you know at least one language, say at least if you know C or C++, then you can study Python easily. Did anyone call me, guys? So I got a missed call several times from the number ending with 402. Anyone having such a number ending with 402? I don't think offline guys will be calling. Right.
No, sir, no.
Yes. You have called. Yeah, Nitin, I have saved your number. It seems Nitin's number I have saved, and Nitin has called me some days back, right? Yesterday or day before yesterday.
Yes, sir. I guess yesterday or day before, but it was yesterday, sir, and day before too.
Okay. I have saved your number, so no issues. Only for CCI security. I don't think so.
So how much time is required for CCS?
Only for CCI security, maybe. Now I really don't know how many portions are there, how much portions are there. Maybe within 2 months they will finish it up. 2 maximum 3 months. Only that's it.
This program which we have taken, what is the duration?
Have you taken the integrated course? Integrated course means like 8 or 9 months course or something like that. So I really don't know. You can confirm it in the office. Maybe 8 or 9 months means 1 month. CCNA is only for 1 month. And then you can ask which all course you want to do, which all course you need to study. You can ask that. Then you can ask the time frame also. Guys. Okay.
For CCNA and CCNP, same syllabus.
Not really. Say CCNA, you will have only basic things. NP, you will be like going with the what do you say? Say, let me just check here. CCNP Encore. So this is the Encore 3. Encore is for enterprise, and CCNP S-Core. S-Core is for, we have 350.401 and 350.705. So you can download the syllabus, will be here somewhere.
Sir, throughout the 8 months, it's like only 2 hours class, or according to course it will increase?
Yeah, according to course it may increase. Say sometimes you will be, if you don't have time, you will be say like told to attend the classes parallelly. Some classes you will be told to attend parallelly. So most probably they will not be telling you to go like that. Why? Because you will feel confused. So some students were doing. So when I studied CCI and all, at that time for CCI security guys used to have multiple classes. Say they used to have Fortinet and one class will be there. Palo Alto will be there. So Palo Alto will be there in the morning and the Fortinet will be there in the evening. And they'll be studying the CCNP in the middle or something. So in the afternoon or something. So apparently they'll used to go like that. So yeah, maybe they'll be giving you like that classes. They'll be arranging it and giving you. At that time, that is your preference. So I never want to go with personally, I never used to go with parallel courses and all. Say if I go for a course, then I'll be concentrating on the single course. If you can say study it parallelly, that is well and good. Because if you are able to study it parallelly, means you are really not wasting your time. But multitasking is not good for me.
So either we can do it parallelly or once you are completed.
Yes, that is your choice, or that is according to your preference. If they give you parallelly, then you can tell them, no, this is what I need. I need say 1 month. I mean, one course at a time. I can go like that only. That is how I prefer. Then you can prefer like that, and you can study.
The
Duration will increase. That is the problem. Official training, implementing study materials, effective schedule exam. Couldn't find the syllabus here. Let me NP Enterprise. Yeah, you can see here, guys. So you can see here, guys. Cisco CCNP Enterprise, it seems. Enterprise Networking Technologies. So they have Encore. Okay. Encore will have, you can see here, TCAM is there. So TCAM, ternary CAM is there. CAM is there. So process switching, fast switching, Cisco Express forwarding, these are all the older syllabus only. Now layer 2 using VLAN trunking, troubleshooting, say spanning tree. Spanning tree is a important portion over there. Troubleshooting link aggregation using Ether channel. Then EIGRP.
Which is the toughest stream?
Toughest?
Stream in CCNP.
CCNP, the toughest stream would be whether you are referring to security or enterprise.
So data center considering.
Okay, considering data center and all, you will not be able to. That's what I think. You will not be studying it now. Maybe after some time you can study it, because data center technology is something different. So even spanning trees, you have a Nexus series switches which are used in the data center. So there and all spanning tree, instead of spanning tree, they use some other protocols to avoid the L2 loops. Okay. So if you study R&S, then you can go for this, data center. Again, LISP is there. So WLC is there, AP is there. So whatever you study in CCNA, it will be there in the CCNP level also, but in depth will be there. You can see here. Say you will study about AP, WLC and all. And again, extensible authentication, EAP is there. So everything is theory here. In CCNA, everything is theory. So here it is like configure EAP, configuration kind of things. So almost by the end of this course, you will be having lot of theory. Okay. So let me try. So the thing is that even you guys hate to hear theory, and even I also hate to deliver theory. So I'll be like going faster there, just explaining what and all the terms I'll be explaining, and then we'll be moving. So you can read the textbooks. So again, AAA, implementing AAA is there. Implementing AAA. Yeah, you got multicast as well. PIM is there. PIM.
All these things, CCNA is like the foundation.
Yes, CCNA is the foundation course. For everything, CCNA is the foundation course. And again, this Python scripting is also there. Explain basic Python components. Okay. Describe the network programmability protocols such as netconf, resconf. Describe APIs in DNA center. Prerequisites, implementation of enterprise LAN network, basic understanding of enterprise routing and wireless, basic understanding of Python scripting. Then outline. Even SCORE will also have something like this, I suppose. Yeah, it has many things. Say common TCP/IP network layer endpoint attacks, and Cisco ASA firepower. It has many, say, security related things. So shall we move, guys? Okay, so you have already taken the break, and yes, So it's almost, I wasted 7 minutes, guys. So let me just move on to the next topic. So now we'll move on to next topic. Okay. So let me just draw something. So the first thing, or let me tell you about one thing. So this is switch. Suppose, and again, okay, let me tell you with an example. Okay. So I'm trying to reduce my examples, guys, but still some cases I need to tell the examples. Okay. Say suppose this is a classroom. So you have students over here. Okay. So say Venu is there, say Thiru is there, Vijay is there, and Usman is there. Whoever. So Abdul is there, Rais is there, everyone is there here. Okay. So now the thing is that whatever Vijay is telling, say suppose that Vijay or say Usman has gone home and come back. Okay. And say suppose Usman is having some sweets. Okay. So as you all are in a classroom. Okay. As you all are in the classroom and you don't have any kind of, what do you say, groupism. So Usman, when he comes back from home, he will give everyone, he'll give Laddu or Jalebi, whatever it is, he'll give it to everyone. Okay. So that means you are in the same classroom. Okay. And so you are in the same classroom and you are okay, following everything. There will be now, suppose that you got a classroom here. Okay. And this classroom, suppose Vijay is there, Venu is there, Thiru is there. And we got, say, Usman is there, and Abdul is there, and Rais is there. Okay. And myself is also there. I'll be teaching whatever it is. Okay. And now, whoever who is, say we have a door, and somebody is just peeping through the door. And they will understand, okay, this is a classroom. This is a classroom. This is a single classroom. Okay. But whoever who is looking from the outside only will understand this is a classroom. But suppose there are certain groupism inside. Okay. Say these three guys, Thiru, Venu, and Vijay. Say they are, say, in a group 1. Okay. And they are, say, Usman, and they are in a group 2, another group. So groupism kind of thing is there, suppose. Okay. But when somebody is looking from outside, they will understand, say, it is only a classroom. That's all. Everyone is okay, perfectly fine and all. But when you go inside, okay, when you go inside, the groupism can be there, or the groupism will be there. And the problem is, if Usman comes with a sweet, he will give only to his group. He will not give it to another group. But whoever who is looking from outside will not think like that. Clear? And now coming to the point, guys. Coming to the point, say my point here was, I might have told you that all the switches or the switch entirely or the entire switch participate in a single broadcast domain. Right? So suppose if you send a broadcast message, it will receive here, here, and here. Everybody it will receive. Getting it? So by default, the switches will be in the same broadcast domain, or all the switch interface will be in the same broadcast domain. Clear? Now let me tell you, you can create kind of groupism in the switch also. You can create a kind of groupism in the switch. Okay. So now let this be 3 computers. Let these 3 computers be in a group, a small group. And let this another 3 computers be in another small group. I can group it. But whoever is, say, sitting outside and watching this, or who are physically seeing this, they will understand everything is in a single network, or everything is in a single broadcast domain. But virtually you have, say, one broadcast domain here, broadcast domain 1, and another broadcast domain 2. Okay. Or you will call this as LAN 1 and LAN 2. Now I told you that it is virtual LANs. So whoever who is seeing the switch, so the switch will be like this. Switch will be having several interfaces, and you will be connecting certain cables here, but you won't understand anything. Okay, whether this is in broadcast domain 1, whether this is in broadcast domain 2, whether this is in broadcast domain 1, they won't understand this. Okay, so whoever watching from the outside will understand that everything is in a single broadcast domain. So it is virtually you are splitting it into different broadcast domain. So that is called virtual LANs or VLAN. Clear, guys? It's called virtual LAN or VLAN. So this is VLAN 1. This might be another VLAN called VLAN 2. Clear? And again, let me come back. Say, here I told you everybody is in a single broadcast domain. It means everybody is in a single VLAN. Getting it? Everyone is in a single VLAN called VLAN 1. Okay. Now that we already have a VLAN 1 here, and we will create separate or another VLANs. Multiple VLANs we can create. Okay. Or multiple broadcast domains we can create. So let me tell you what I have done is I have divided the switch into multiple broadcast domains. Okay. And each broadcast domain is called a VLAN. And that concept is called VLAN concept. Getting it, guys? Paka. So what you are doing is that from the switch itself, you are trying to create groupism. Say it was earlier router which has created the groupism, right? Say router, one end of a router or one interface of a router participated in one network, and another interface of a router participated in another network. And router is where we really had the groupism at that time. Now we have groupism, or you can say you can create, or you can say divide the broadcast domains in the switch level itself. Clear? That is the concept of VLAN. Okay, guys. Paka. Okay. Now, let me tell you how to move. So, at first, everybody was in, say, suppose this is class 1. Okay, suppose everybody is in class 1. Say class 1 means this is your first class. So, we don't have any groupism here. Say suppose Thiru, say Venu, Vijay, say Abdul, Usman, or Reis. Okay, everybody will be in a single group. Okay, so by default, all the interface of a switch, by default, all the interface of a switch will be in a single broadcast domain that we already have discussed here. Say will be part of a single broadcast domain, and that broadcast domain is called VLAN 1. Clear, guys? So now let me just show it to you. I'll take a switch. Okay, and let me just tell you. You can see here, you have a command called show VLAN brief. Show VLAN brief. When you check the command, you can see. So these are the default VLANs. VLAN 1, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005 and all. VLAN 1 is the default VLAN for Ethernet, or so this is the default VLAN. And we have for FDDI, 1002 is the default VLAN, say 1003 is the default VLAN for token ring and so on. Okay, just understand that. Say VLAN 1 is our default VLAN. Okay, and I told all the interfaces will participate in a single VLAN by default. So you can see here FA0/1, 0/2, 0/3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Everyone is participating in VLAN 1. Clear, guys? And that is why whenever, say, let me just draw it for you. And that is why whenever we send a broadcast, it is received by everybody, because everyone belongs to the same broadcast domain or same VLAN. Clear? Now let me tell you how to create another VLAN. Okay, so we have default VLAN of VLAN 1. Now let me tell you how to create another VLAN or new VLAN. Okay, so in order to create a new VLAN, you will have to go to config mode. Okay, then we will specify VLAN space VLAN ID. So VLAN ID means you can give 1 to 4094. Just understand now that I'm giving VLAN 100. Okay, VLAN ID, VLAN number is say important here, VLAN ID. Okay, then you can create. So now you can see you have moved into the VLAN. If you want, you can give a name. Say sales. Say name sales. Okay, then I can exit. Then if I take the command show VLAN brief, you can see I have created a VLAN 100, which is sales VLAN. Clear, guys? And let me again tell you where the VLAN application it is. Say almost everywhere the VLAN application comes. So again, let me tell you.
Just for same group.
Yes, for same group. What did you mean by same group here? Everyone will be there by default in VLAN 1 or this group. Okay, you can change that group. I didn't tell you how to change it. We'll talk about it later. Okay, not later, just after 5 minutes. So now you can see here. The thing is that, let me tell you. Suppose you are sitting like in a cabin or in a cubicle, you are sitting here like this. Okay, in a cubicle you are sitting. Say, suppose this is one, or this is this sales guy. So this may be marketing guy. So this might be, say, technical guy. Sometimes you can sit like that, right? And again, say you have another sales guy, again sales guy, again sales guy, and all. Okay, so you guys might be sitting like this. Okay, and all the computers might be connected to a single switch. All might be connected to a single switch. The thing is that the sales guy should not access the marketing guy's machine. Okay, for effective or say proper, what do you say, kind of networking and all, this sales guy shouldn't access the marketing guy's machine. So what we are going to do, we are going to say group it together. Logically, we are going to group it. Say if it is F0/1, F0/2, and this is F0/5. We are logically grouping these guys together and we'll be telling these interfaces participate in sales. So there are many advantages. One advantage is that whoever who is sending the sales, so whenever this guy, sales guy is sending the broadcast, it will be sent to these interfaces only. Getting it? It won't be sending it to marketing. And also, so if you send something to marketing, it is unnecessary traffic. You are really, say, increasing the traffic in, say, marketing domain. So you really don't want to create too much of traffic there. Okay, so these are logical grouping. VLAN is a kind of logical grouping. So these guys, suppose, say, some guys will be, say, again, let me again tell you. Suppose the sales guy, sales team will be in the, say, second floor. Okay, but again, some sales guy may sit in third floor as well. Okay, if you have a switch, so everybody will be connected to this switch S1. Okay, now if you have a switch in the third floor, so this guy will also be connected to this switch, S2 switch. So there needs to be a communication between this sales department and the sales guy sitting in the second floor. Okay, so they need to be grouped logically. It's not they are, say, they are in the different floors. So you cannot group it, say, physically you cannot group them together. That's not possible. So you are logically, you are grouping them together. So that is called VLAN, virtual LAN. Getting it? Okay, now coming to the guys, getting it or not? Yes. Usman, Abdul.
Sir, once again, please.
Nothing is there. So let me just tell you, say, suppose, what example let me take? Okay, so let me take, so this is the classroom here. Okay, and you have many students here. Okay, so this guy has come for, so this is the first guy, second guy, third guy, or whatever. This guy has come for CCI security or security course. Okay, this guy has come for CCI, say, enterprise. This guy has come for CCI security. So everybody is sitting together. Everybody is sitting together as a mix. They are sitting. What if I want to send something to only CCI security guys? Just an example. If I want to send CCI security guys or something to CCI security guys, I can create a WhatsApp group. And add all the CCI guys together and can send it in that group, right? Even though you are sitting together in a single classroom, I'm creating a WhatsApp group and logically, Okay, so and we'll be sending it to you like this. And now if I want to send something to CCA enterprise students, again I can create a logical group and can send it to those students only. So these are logical groupings. In the classroom you are sitting, everyone is sitting mixed up, but I have created a logical grouping. Okay, so again in switches also, say in the first floor, say suppose this guy is sitting, these guys are sitting. So this is a marketing guy, this is a marketing guy, this is a sales guy. Okay, and in the second floor, suppose this is a sales guy, and this is a sales guy, and this is a marketing guy. Okay, if I put this everyone in a group, say these marketing guys, I can create a VLAN, say VLAN 100. Okay, and I can create VLAN and put these guys in that VLAN. Then whatever messages are sent will be only gone through the marketing team only. The implementation, how we do it, we'll study later. Just understand the concept, that's all. Getting it now?
VLAN means sending a message or anything specific.
VLAN is the creating, logical grouping is called VLAN. Okay, if you create a VLAN and those guys will be acting as a part of a group. Okay, so it is just a logical grouping. Got it? Sorry? Normally 60 to 70 people, usually 60 to 70 people. That depends upon our network also. If you have only 50 people, you can give, or if you want 20 people also, you can give maximum. So with respect to network congestion management or whatever it is, say if you don't have any congestions there, you can go with 80, 90 or whatever it is. If you have congestions, better to limit it. Okay, yes.
This marketing people, right? They will come under VLAN for say VLAN 100. Then sales we can do 110 like this. Right?
110 you can give.
Different.
Yes, different VLANs you can give. Okay, so these sales department can be grouped together virtually and they can be given as VLAN 200 or 110, whatever the number is, you can give it. Okay, you will not understand now. So if you understood, then it's okay. Don't get tensed. You will understand when we do the configuration. Okay, now let me just show you how we can configure it. Suppose that we have a switch here. Suppose I have a machine here. So suppose that it is F0/1, this is F0/2. Okay, I told you by default, all the interfaces are in, say, VLAN 1. Everyone will participate in VLAN 1. Then I told you how to create another VLANs, but I didn't tell you how we can put these interfaces in the VLANs. Okay, so let me just show you. Before that, don't feel confused, guys. So I have created a VLAN 100 and you can see, even though I have created a VLAN 100, nobody is there in that VLAN. Okay, all the interfaces are participating in the default VLAN or VLAN 1. Okay, now if I want to add two interfaces to this VLAN 100, I'll go to that interface now. Suppose I want to add FA0/1 and FA0/2 to those interface. To this VLAN. Okay, so I'll go to interface FA0/1. Okay, and I will give something called switch port mode access. We'll study it. No worries, we'll study what is this and all. Switch port mode access. Then I'll give switch port. So the command is switch port mode access. Okay, because I have given shortcut over there, so that's why I have giving it again. Okay, switch port mode access. Then I'll give switch port access VLAN 100. Switch port access VLAN.
To add everything, we have to go to everything.
Yes, we'll have to go to the interface and we'll have to give it. But still, let me tell you, what if you want to add all these interfaces, say FA0/1 to FA0/10. Okay, all these interfaces you need to add to, say, this VLAN 10, sales department or sales VLAN. The problem is that you will have to go to each and every interface. You will have to go to FA0/1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 individually, and then you have to give the command switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 100, right? But there is a solution for that. Let me just tell you. You can enter into a group of interfaces together. Say if you want to enter into interface FA0/1 to FA0/10, you can give a hyphen. FA0/1 hyphen 10. Okay, so it's not interface. You are giving, or you are going to a range of interfaces now. So you will be giving interface range FA0/1 hyphen 10. If you give it like this, you will be going into a range of interfaces, and you will be specifying the command switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN. Okay, now if you take the command do show VLAN brief or do show VLAN itself, if you take the command, you can see FA0/1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everyone has come under the same VLAN. Clear, guys? This is how you will assign IP address, VLAN to the interfaces. Clear? Now, again, let me just tell you, if you say this is the topology, you have FA0/1 and 0/2. Suppose you need to create a VLAN, say 20. Let this be VLAN 20. So you need to go in the switch and you need to give VLAN 20 and just give the name as, say, operations. Okay, and again you can create a VLAN 30, and you can give the name, okay, alpha. Okay, now suppose this is F0/3, this is F0/4, and let me again tell you, so VLAN means it's a broadcast domain. So we'll be giving an IP address like this, 192.168.10.0/24. Let this be the IP address range for VLAN 20. This is another broadcast domain. So you need to give another IP address range. Clear, guys? So you will be giving 192.168.20.0 or whatever IP you want to give, except this 10.IP, you can give anything. Okay, 20.0/24 for the devices, for the machines. Let this be 1, let this be 2, let this be also 1, and let this be 2. This is 192.168.10.1. This is 192.168.10.2. This is 20.1. This is 20.2. 192. Okay, you can give some other. Say, suppose you want to give, which you can tell the IP. Whichever IP you want, you can give it.
In group A, we can.
Sorry, in group also?
Group A, we can. 10.0.
Yeah, sure, you can assign 10 dot. So let me give it. Say, where is it? Let me just delete this. So let me just give you an IP address like this, 10.1.0.0/24. Okay, and let this be 10.2.0.0/24. No problem. Okay, and this is 10.0.0.1, and I hope you guys know it. Okay, then if you assign it, okay, so you can go to, so suppose this S1, you can go to S1, create VLAN 20, give the name operations and exit, and create VLAN 30, give the name alpha and exit. Okay, then you can go to this FA0/1 and 0/2, both. You can go into both, and you can assign switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. Okay, now again you can go to this FA0/3 and 4 and can assign switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 30. If you give it like that, then it's done. Then just give the IP address to the VLANs. VLAN 20, this IP address, VLAN 30, this IP address. Okay. Then if you try to ping, you can only, so VLAN 20 will be able to ping only VLAN 20 devices. Getting it? Say only this machine and this machine will ping each other. And this machine and this machine will ping each other. Getting it? So this is your task for today. Just go home and do it. And the task aim is that VLAN 20 to 20 communication should be there. VLAN 20 to VLAN 20 communication should be there, and VLAN 30 to VLAN 30 means this VLAN 30 machine should be able to communicate to this VLAN 30 machine. Okay, this VLAN, Sorry,
One machine 30.
one machine 30 means
So put VLAN 30. It's
number. Yeah, whatever you want, you can give it. So now that I mentioned just the number. Okay, so VLAN 30 means it's just the number 30 that I'm giving.
Okay.
Okay, now so this machine needs to communicate to this machine. Can you do it, guys? Any problem? Okay, you can take the photo if you want. You can take the photo and put it in the group. So this is the task for today. Oh, sorry, just a minute, guys. One more thing, let me. Yes. Yeah, you can take the photo.
After this, can you show the command line for VLAN, sir?
Yeah, sure, no problem. They have taken the photo. Let me show the command line also, guys. Just a moment. Are you looking for the command? Okay, so this is the command. You can go to the interface range and you can assign switchport mode access, switchport access VLAN 100.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I hope, guys, for these commands, right? So I hope I've already given you uploaded that NH workbook or something. Okay, so the workbook will have the commands, so you can refer that workbook also. Okay, so Vijay, what happened? I think. Okay, so you want me to take this? Zoom it. Okay. Let me just take magnifier. Is it okay now? Let me just highlight it. Okay. Yes. Yeah, so let me stop recording, guys. And if you don't have any doubts, you can leave for today and we'll resume our class tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. I'll be uploading the video now itself. No problem. Whenever it gets converted, I'll upload that. So let me just end the meeting, guys. So thank you, guys. So ending the meeting now.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, guys. My name is Sami Varan Kumar.